Alright, we should be live. Here we are. We're going to talk today about the NASCAR Cup Series race at the Daytona Road Course on Draftkings. It's a really big race for this series, especially with the way these last two nights have gone. I'm kind of expecting a crazy race at this point because that's just what's going to happen. So, yeah, we're going to get into all of that. Of course, leave that like, subscribe to the channel, all those things. This is a live stream. Ask me questions. That's what I'm here for. I want to answer your guys' questions, so be sure to ask me them. I'm just going to go through a quick rundown of all the drivers and what they need to do to pay off their salaries, and then I'll pretty much just answer your guys' questions for the rest of the video. So yeah, that's what we're here. Let's start with Martin Trixx Jr., his most expensive driver, starting 21st. He needs a top 3 to pay off that salary. He should get that. I mean, he's one of the best, or if not the best, road course driver in NASCAR right now. It's him and Chase Elliott. They're the clear-cut 2 best road racers in the Cup Series. Martin Turrix Jr. has the best average finish at road courses and the best average position at road course over the last few years. Second most amount of laps led as well. So he's definitely someone I really like here. Offers us a lot of place differential. Offers us some dominator upside. Definitely going to have a lot of him. Chase Elliott. I've kind of slowly come down on Chase Elliott as the weeks progressed. Mostly just because there's so many place differential points that are available this week for so many different drivers. So I'm not 100% sure that Chase Elliott's going to pay off that salary. Now, the way he pays off that salary is he leads almost every lap and wins this race. And obviously, Chase Elliott can do that because, like I said, he's probably the best road course driver in NASCAR right now. He's won, like, what, 6 road course races? I don't know. He's won a lot of these things. Maybe not 6, but he won all of them last year. I'm pretty sure he's won the last 3. So Chase Elliott, I mean, shoot, bro. He's just so good at these tracks. I want to get that. I want to play him. If you want to fade him, I think it's bold, but I probably wouldn't do it. It could work out for you though, so it just depends how you're feeling. If you want to go more place differential, I think I still want to stick with Chase because we have, even though there's a ton of guys starting in the back that are good this week, we still have seen in the past most of the points have come from drivers starting up front in these road course races. So that's probably where I'm going to go with that. Ryan Blaney starts 28th. Really like Ryan Blaney here. To pay off his salary, he needs a top 9. That feels, pretty solid there that he should get a top 9. 8th best average finish at road courses, 8th best average position in road courses. Won the Charlotte Roval, although he probably should have finished 3rd in that race 2 years ago. Should have won the Clash the other day. Had the best car at the end of the race, but got wrecked on the last turn by Chase Elliott. I expect him to be fast here. Again, I expect him to bring that same package that they had in that car for the Clash here, and I expect Ryan Blaney to have a very good race and maybe even contend for a win. So Ryan Blaney I'm really going to like. AJ Allmendinger, I don't know. I still don't know what I want to do with AJ Allmendinger, to be honest. To pay off his salary, he needs a top 13. I just don't like how expensive he is. And I don't feel like AJ Allmendinger is a lock for a top 13. If this was the Xfinity Series, I said, yeah, I would want to play AJ Allmendinger. He'd probably be the first guy put in my lineup. But this is not the Xfinity Series. This is the Cup Series, and this is a new car. This is Colleague Racing starting in the Cup Series. I just don't know how good that car is. I wish I knew how good it was. Because if it's like the Xfinity car, compared to the Xfinity car, it is going to be very fast. But I'm not so sure we can expect that 100%, man. I wouldn't play him in cash just because I don't know what car that is. But in tournaments, yeah, I mean, I think he's a good play. He has top 10 upside. I don't think he's going to win this race because, like, yeah, everyone's been seeing Allmendinger dominating the Xfinity Series of these road courses the past few years. Okay, but, like, those were against Xfinity drivers. Like, now you're just telling me he's going to come up here and all of a sudden be a top 4 driver against Martin Trixx Jr., Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, Denny, Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick. The list goes on. I don't think so. There's a reason he only has 1 Cup Series win in his career. And it wasn't a road course, but still, there's a reason for that. I don't know how much I really like $10,200 AJ Allmendinger, and I might have just talked myself out of it. I do still think he's a safe play. He offers you a lot of place differential upside, and I mean, I don't think he's going to finish back in the 30s. I think a top 20 is probably what he ends up doing. I think that's like the floor of what he does as a top 20 here. So if he gets into that top 10, he's going to be really valuable, but if he doesn't, then he's not. I don't think that's a guaranteed thing here. Kyle Busch is up next. To pay off his salary, Kyle Busch just needs a top 4. I like Kyle Busch a lot. So if you look at the numbers right there, they don't look amazing. He had a bad race here last year, ended up wrecking twice actually. Had a really bad finish. And he only has 20th best average finish at road courses, but he has the 5th best average running position. So that tells me that he's just kind of been getting caught up in accidents, having some bad luck. That's just kind of what happens. Stuff happens, and that's just really unfortunate. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that other than, yeah, it's just really unfortunate. So Kyle Busch is a good road racer. had a very fast car in the Clash last week. He did win a race, though he probably shouldn't have won. He was going to be third if they didn't wreck on the last turn. But Kyle Busch started in the back, drove all the way back up. At some point in the race was in the back again, drove all the way through the field again. So that shows me that car's really fast. I really like him today, as I do his teammate Denny Hamlin, who's definitely someone who can be a dominator here, starting fourth. He's led laps at road courses, and he was not the fastest. He led the most laps in the Clash. He might have been the fastest car. He was a top 3 car in that race. So Denny Hamlin, really like him. He could totally be someone who dominates. To pay off his salary, he needs to win or lead laps and hold position. That's how if he just wins, he leads one race, he barely pays, or leads one lap and wins the race, he barely pays off his salary. So, I think that's in the cards, though, for Denny Hamlin. Brad Keselowski, not too high on him here. $9,600. Brad Keselowski needs a top 5 to pay off the salary. It's Brad Keselowski. He can do that because he's Brad Keselowski, but he's really not a great road racer. 12th best average finish at road courses, 7th best average position. Now, the Roval race 2-3 years ago, it was the first one. The first time they ever went to the Roval. Keselowski had the fast. He was like going to win that race, dominating lean laps, and he screwed up and drove straight to the wall in turn 1. But ever since then, he really hasn't done anything on these road courses, so that kind of worries me. Because I feel like, especially all last year, whenever we come in road course, be like, that one race where Keselowski was really good at road courses, and then it just doesn't happen. So I just don't think I want to chase that anymore. That's probably not going to be something I want to go to. As is his teammate Logano, who really has not shown a lot of speed at road courses. He did well here last year, finished 6th, but 16th best average finish at road courses is not great. Paired up with the 15th best average position is also not great. So that just makes me think I don't really want Joey Logano. He needs a top 4 to pay off the salary. Again, same thing as Keselowski. He can do it because he's Joey freaking Logano, but I don't feel like this is a lock or anything. Kevin Harvick, he's $9,200. To pay off his salary, he's going to need a top 2 or lead laps and hold that position. I think Kevin Harvick's a really underrated road racer. In the last 3 years, he has a 3rd best average finish at road courses and the 3rd best average position. Nobody's going to play Harvick. He's underrated. He's led laps in these road courses, 69 laps to be exact, over the last few years. He's an underrated road course racer, in my opinion. And if nobody's going to play Kevin Harvick at $9,200, man, shoot, I'll take it. He's not going to be high owned, so definitely a low-owned dominator play that could really pay off. Next up is Alex Bowman. He starts 36, $9,000. I like Bowman here a lot. He just kind of feels like the first guy I'm going to in cash lineups and first guy I'm going to tournament builds. To pay off his salary, he literally only needs a top 17. 5th best average finish at road courses the last few years. Only 14th best average position, which is not great, but that 5th best average finish does show a lot. I like him a lot here. He should definitely be able to get top 17. I think he should be able to get top 10, which is going to make him just a huge value. So Alex Bowman definitely going to be someone I really like. I do like his teammate William Byron as well, starting 24th. He's $8,800 to pay off his salary. William Byron needs a top 10, and I think we should get that from him. Only a 15th best average finish at road courses, but he does with the 8th best average position, so that's good. He did very good at the road course at this track a year ago, finishing 5th. And last year he 2 weeks ago in the Clash, he finished top 5. So William Byron was another car who I think he got wrecked and he had to go all the way to back and he drove all the way through everybody again. So he's a really good road racer. I like him a lot here. I think he's going to be a good play. Needs a top 10. He should be able to get a top 10 today. Kirk Bush is up next. Kirk Bush, pay off his salary, needs a top 9. Starting 17th here at $8,600. Kirk Bush is kind of always just a tournament play for me. I'm not going to touch him in cash games, and then just in, it's just a, big time GPP play here. He's not going to be highly owned because Kirk Bush never is. So, it's just, he can get that top 9. That's definitely in the cards for him. So I'm definitely going to have some exposure there. 7th best average finish at road courses, 6th best average position. He's a pretty good road racer. So Kirk Bush is someone I like. Chase Briscoe here, another guy who's just going to be a tournament play. To pay off his salary, Briscoe also needs a top 9. That feels a little bit risky here because, he is an Xfinity driver coming into Cup this year in his rookie season. But Chase Briscoe was a great road racer in the Xfinity Series. He was always battling for the win, won some of the races. I think he's a really good choice here to win or to do well here. And I don't think a lot of people are going to play that. He's just in a really good car in at number 14. So here's the difference between Briscoe and Allmendinger. Allmendinger's $10,200 and Briscoe's $8,400. And Chase Briscoe is in a proven car, a Stewart Haas racing car. Allmendinger's not. So that's the difference between those Xfinity guys coming to Cup here. I think Briscoe's an interesting tournament option. Don't want to play him in cash. I think, a lot of the guys around him look like better plays, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Chase Briscoe up there at the end, so that's definitely someone I have my eye on. Kyle Larson starts 8th at $8,300. I think Larson's really underrated here. He's a top 5 to pay off his salary, and Larson has the 10th best average finish of road courses and the 4th best average position, but that wasn't the number 42 car, and that 42 car really isn't that good. Now he's driving for Hendrick Motorsports, who has been very, very great at these roval race or at these road course races the last few years. Not just with Elliott, but with all their guys. Even Jimmy Johnson's been solid the last few years. So now Larson gets that equipment and a track that I think he's very underrated at as these road courses. I think he's got a shot here, man. I mean, he could be a dominator in this race, and I would not be that surprised. Nobody's going to play Kyle Larson today either. He's going to be a low-end play. So I'm really interested there. He's just a nice little interesting piece there for him. Up next is Matty Benedetto. He starts 32nd. To pay off his salary, he needs a top 17. That's in the cards for him. 18th best average finish at road courses, 18th best average position. In much better equipment now, though, than a lot of those races were. So do like that a lot. So yeah, Chris Palmer said I'm late. Oh, everyone hit that like button. Run up these likes. Let's get some more people in here. And that like button does get me exposed to more people on YouTube. So Eric Almirola starts 27th. He's $7,900. To pay off his salary, he needs a top 15. So I mean, I'm not too big on Almirola. He's okay. I just think he's an okay play. It's just he's really not a great road racer. 12th best average finish at road courses, 17th best average position. Not too solid in my opinion. I don't think that top 15 is a lock. I'm probably going to take shots on him in tournaments because he does start in a good spot, and I don't think a lot of people are going to play him. I think everyone else is just going to play Eric Jones and Matty Benedetto today, and Chris Buescher, and I don't think people will play Almirola. So that is going to make Eric Almirola an interesting tournament play, but I don't have that high of hopes for him. Not going to be someone I really like. Eric Jones starts 37th. He needs a top 20 to pay off that salary, and I really like Eric Jones today. Like Alex Bowman, Eric Jones would be the other driver I'd just start my lineups today with. He has the 3rd best average finish at road courses, 8th best average position. We've seen him lead laps. He's in a different car now. He's not in that number 20 car for JGR anymore. He's in the 43 for Richard Petty Motorsports. It's not as great of a race car, but I don't care. I mean, he's very talented at these road courses. He should be able to get a top 20. That car is like a fringe top 20 car. You know, it's like on average, it's like a 15th to 25th place car. So I think Eric Jones could get inside that top 20 for sure today. Wouldn't be surprised to be in the top 15. And then if he ends up in the top 10, I wouldn't even be that surprised. So Eric Jones feels like a great play. Chuck said, AJ's a lock. You heard it here first. Well, second if you listen to the podcast. Yeah, so go check out the podcast. I retweeted it on Twitter. It's on the America DFS Twitter page. Chuck thinks AJ Allmendinger is a lock today. I don't. We disagreed on that one. But he is a very safe play with all the place differential he goes with. Trixx, Blaney, Bowman, Jones, Swartz, and Ty Dillon for cash game. We're going to talk about Ty Dillon in a minute. I like everyone on that lineup except for Ty Dillon. Christopher Bell starts 12th. He's $7,700. I don't want to play him. He just starts way too high. This is not going to be a guy that I'm really interested in. Just doesn't offer us a lot of place differential. Tyler Reddick, I think it's going to be very under-owned. To pay off that salary, Reddick needs a top 15. Oh, Bell needs a top 8. I don't see that. So Tyler Reddick needs a top 15 to pay off the salary. He has 11th best average finish at road courses. Really like that. He is an underrated road course driver, in my opinion. Not great, but with all the other chalky guys around him, to Benedetto, Newman, Buescher, Eric Jones, I don't think Reddick's going to get ownership, so that's going to make him a pretty intriguing play for me. Ryan Newman sucks at road courses, and it kind of just isn't good anymore anyway. I don't really want to play him. He needs a top 19 to pay off that salary. Now, he does have a lot of place differential upside, and he could hit that top 19, especially this is a wild race, which if it's anything like the rest of this weekend, it probably will be. So that is, you can go there if you want. I just don't want to. Chris Buescher is going to be really popular, which scares me, but at the same time, he grades out as a great play here. He's a top 18 to pay off that salary. I think he should be able to do that. 9th best average finish at the road courses. 18th best average position isn't amazing, but finished 4th here a year ago. He is a great road course driver, and I would expect another good run for him. Cole Custer, not going to be too interested in him. He needs a top 10 to pay off that salary. I don't think that's going to happen. Michael McDowell needs a top 6 to pay off that salary. I really doubt that happens. Austin Dillon needs a top 6 to pay off that salary. Another guy, I really doubt that happens. None of those are really great. Well, McDowell's a good road course driver, but they all just start too high. Ross Chastain and Bubba Wallace kind of in that same pool. Ross Chastain and Bubba both need top 10s. I don't think Ross does it. Bubba Wallace has a shot at it, but he has never showed any sort of like great talent at road courses or anything. So That one scares me a little bit. Stenhouse is a little bit better than those guys who want to get there, but I'm still really not all that interested. He needs a top 14 to pay off that salary, and he definitely could. He's a good enough driver to do it, just hasn't shown the great speed at road courses in the past. 21st best average finish, 22nd best average position. All right, these last three are the guys that I think we really need to focus on here today. Trixx, Blaney, Allmendinger, Jones, Suarez in a 4,900 point sound better than what I listed a minute ago. No, I would go Ty Dillon instead of going 4,900. I don't want to play those guys. They're not going to do anything, especially in cash. Okay, so the one guy in this group I really like is Suarez. That's the one that I like the most. To pay off these guys' salary, Alfredo needs a top 21, Suarez needs a top 24, and Ty Dillon needs a top 26. So Anthony Alfredo getting a top 21 really scares me. He's just not that, he hasn't done well in road courses ever. In any of the series he's drove, in pre-NASCAR he wasn't good at road courses. In NASCAR Xfinity Series was not good at road courses. He's not shown talent at road courses. Now he needs a top 21. I liked him a little bit earlier in the week, but I've kind of fallen off on that. Daniel Suarez is driving for Trackhouse, and that equipment's actually good. He only needs a top 24 to pay it off. I think he should do that for sure. But Ty Dillon, okay, so I know the Ty. What I'm about, everything. I'm really against Ty Dillon this week, and I know that's against what everybody's saying. I'm taking a big stand here of being against Ty Dillon. So Ty Dillon is driving so he needs a top 26. Ty Dillon is driving the number 96 car for Gaunt Brothers Racing. That is the car that Daniel Suarez drove last year and was basically just irrelevant all year. And now I know Suarez he could have played sometimes, but Suarez was optimal twice last year, 2 races, not good for how cheap he was and how far back he started all the time. For only to be optimal twice was not good. And at the road course races last year, this car finished 27th and 25th. So that is just something that, that car is not great. And we saw Ty Dillon. I also think Daniel Suarez is a better race car driver than Ty Dillon because they've raced the same great equipment in the Xfinity Series. We've seen Suarez have a lot more success than Ty Dillon. I think Suarez is just a much better driver at this point, and he couldn't even get anything out of that car. And then we saw last week in the Clash, Ty Dillon drove the 2311 car, which is better than any car he's ever drove in a Cup Series, and he did nothing. So I really don't like Ty Dillon. I do not think he gets that top 26 today. Can it happen? Yes, but I think that's his ceiling. So his ceiling is a low play, which I guess could be viable for cash at that point, but I would rather just play Suarez. It's just, Ty Dillon is just not someone that I just think has any, I really don't want to play him. I don't think that car is good enough. I don't think he's good enough to make that car better. The only way I see Ty Dillon really being viable today is if there is a ton of wrecks. All right, let me answer some questions now. I had basically the same question as Chris, that line, or drop Blaney and one of Ty or Suarez for Bush or MDB. Yeah, see that? Yeah, I would drop Ty Dillon for one of Bush or MDB. I think both are fine. Probably just go to Benedetto because he's more expensive, so you're not leaving a ton of money on the table there. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't want to play Ty Dillon and Suarez. I don't think that's going to do well. I don't like not having Bowman. Yeah, Bowman is a lock and cash for me. That's not the guy I would get rid of in a lineup is Alex Bowman. NASCAR DFS so pointless. It's an arcade zero skill. Yeah, I disagree with that. There's a lot of data that goes into stuff that that you can find edges that other people don't. Any other questions? And then you got all these guys down here. Justin Haley, he starts too high in a Spire car. Ryan Preece starts way too high. Corey LaJoy also starts way too high. And you got James Davison, Timmy Hill, Josh Bilicki, Scott Heckard, Cody Ware, Quinn Houff, Garrett Smithley. They have no upside, and most of those guys aren't even going to hold their positions. So those aren't guys that I'm any sort of interested in. My favorite plays today are definitely going to be, I like Truex a lot. I like Blaney a lot. Then I also really, obviously Alex Bowman, William Byron look really good. I think Kyle Larson's a very good low-owned play here. Eric Jones looks great. Reddick looks great. Busher looks great. Matty Benedetto looks great. And then I love Daniel Suarez down here. That's the one, because you're going to have to go someone cheap, and I love Daniel Suarez. Best cash play, $6,100 and under. Suarez. Yeah. Any other questions? Sorry, I did not mean to do that. Oh, let's go see who Pocker's picked. That's just a daily thing on the show at this point. It's just seeing who Bob Pocker's picked. You know you've officially made it in the club when you're actual haters club. LL. Yeah, seriously, man. I guess I've made it. Dude, I hit 500 subscribers today, by the way. So thanks, guys, for helping me hit that. I was going to post something on Twitter about that afterwards. So thanks so much for that. That's awesome. I'm really happy that we're here. I just want to keep on growing. Hey, Mom. Other than Suarez, cash play, what would you say under how much? $6,100? Probably none. That would be my answer. I guess it's Ty Dillon, but I really just don't want to play Ty Dillon. I don't think he's good. You have a question? Go for it. Will you be accepting the head-to-head King of the Podcast challenge today? Honestly, Chuck, I don't even know what that is, but sure, I'm assuming that's just a head-to-head me versus you, but I will gladly do that. Byron should be low-owned. I don't think he's going to be that low-owned. I don't think he's going to be super high-owned like Alex Bowman or Eric Jones, but I also don't think it's going to be like 10-15%. I'm sure he gets in the 20s. I mean, he starts far enough back, and he has a lot of good hit track history here. Cash game, Truex, Allmendinger, Bowman, Jones, Suarez. 6,300 left. Stenhouse, maybe? I mean, or even Alfredo. I prefer Alfredo to Ty Dillon because I think that car is a lot better. I still don't like Alfredo that much, but I like him more than Ty Dillon. I'm really against Ty Dillon today. I know, and I know everyone wants to play Ty Dillon. I'm just getting in here. Where does Justin Haley have to finish to pay off? Justin Haley... Oh, crap. To be honest, I don't even have it. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Oh, that's the wrong page. Here, you're going to get to see my stats and projections page for once today. Justin Haley to pay off needs a... What the heck? Where is he? Oh, he's 27, so hold on. Now I got to go do some math. I'm going to get it, though. I'm going to get it. Hold on. Full contest details, scoring. Top 19. That's where Justin Haley has to finish the score. I personally don't think that he does that. So Justin Haley, yeah. So Justin Haley needs a top 19 to pay off that salary. That's not something I expect happening. Allmendinger or Blaney in cash. Allmendinger. Oh, wait. Actually, no, Blaney. I'm sorry, Blaney. I'd go Blaney in cash. What are your... Larson is my sleeper pick for a top 5. Yeah, Larson's also my sleeper pick. Larson's my sleeper pick to win this race. I think he has a very, very good shot at winning this race. He is a underrated road course driver, in my opinion, and now he's in very, very good equipment. Yeah, I really like Larson today. What are your credentials? What have you won? I want to see your winnings before I listen to you. I mean, I'm not going to just show you my Draftkings account, but I've had my fair share of wins. One of the subscribers in one of the subscribers yesterday for this channel hit $2,000, so I don't know if that helps. He has won me some money. Can't test that. Yeah, thank you, sir. So yeah, any more questions? This should be a good race. I was very against this track. I hated this race a year ago, but man, I'll tell you what, the two races we've had so far have been exciting, although the truck race ended dumb, but they've been exciting races for the lower series. I'm hoping today's a fun race. I'm hoping Chase Elliott doesn't win, because I'm just tired of him winning all these stupid road courses. NASCAR is literally handing him, if you're afraid to show me your wins, it tells me, alright, that's cool. He has won me some money. I can't, okay, yeah, whatever. What was I saying? Crap, I lost my... Oh, Chase Elliott. Yeah, NASCAR, wants Chase Elliott to, win this stupid championship again, man. They literally added, 7 road course races this year? And who's the best road course racer in NASCAR? Chase Elliott. they're trying to hand him this championship this year. I'm telling you, man. It is funny. I'm just going to stop answering. Do real men cry like Ty Gibbs? Hey, man. Do real men cry like Ty Gibbs? I mean, dude, that was like the biggest day of his career. It was just... How can you not want... I expected that. I mean, he got out and got on his knees. It's like, oh my gosh. That was insane, man. I mean, for Ty Gibbs to win that race, holy crap. I mean, that was one of the... Yeah, that was one of the biggest days. I mean, one of the biggest wins ever in NASCAR history. I mean, first ever start, 18 years old. Ridiculous, man. I mean, everyone... I've seen so many, like, haters on the internet saying the only reason he's good... Fandle saying he's good. Fandle question, Bowman or Byron and Cash? Bowman. Yeah, but I like both. Can't wait for Auto Club to become half mile. Same, bro. That is a track I am very, very excited about. Hold on a second. I gotta do something. Alright. Can't wait for Auto Club to become a half mile. Yeah, that track is going to be fun. I actually liked Auto Club, though. That was one of the tracks I liked. I'm kind of sad that that's happening. That track's gone, but that half mile, it's like... So I think I read it's like a combination of Martinsville and Bristol. So I think that means it's going to be like the long straightaways and then the high bank turns. I think that race track's going to be awesome. I'm up this NASCAR season making money from Nate's Insights. Yes, sir. I don't see, there's a reason you don't put out your DK username, because you just get flooded with, like with head-to-heads from, I mean, that's already happened to me before. I don't want to have a ton of people flooding in. It's okay, though. Man, never had this many people questioning me. It's cool. Alright, if I don't get any more questions, a few more minutes, I'm going to head out. This was a great live stream. This has been a great week. We got a lot of subscribers. Once again, thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. It's awesome. I'm going to keep doing this every single week. 3 videos, 3 live streams, every single race. Well, obviously, some weeks there's only going to be 2. Some weeks there's only going to be 1 race. So, for every race, a video, and a live stream. So, thank you guys so much for that. But that's really all I got to say. If you want to follow me on Twitter and ask me more questions, my Twitter is @NateLane_. So, yeah. Alright. That's it. I'm out. Have a good one.